We're happy to welcome David and Kathy Warnsley.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And David is pastor of Matters of the Online Ministries in Albion. And the last time you guys were here, you were running a water drive for Flint.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
How'd that go?
It was actually overwhelming because we had so much support from the community. And we ended up doing two of them. And we had Jackson High, was a Parkside,
Luma
Christi. They all donated water, so it was wonderful. It really helped a lot of people.
A little more of a serious subject for your next endeavor, a youth gun violence program.
Yeah. We've seen such a spike over the past months, even in Jackson, and just so much going on. And we live in Albion, where we're from Jackson. We still have family here, and I have grandsons here. And just seeing the wave of the violence, and our concern is that we don't ever want this to become norm, and it's just coming so much that you almost can't keep up with so many, murders and things happening and shootings right now. So our endeavor is to really just bring awareness and bring people together and try to talk about some solutions and just help change the environment any way we can.
Now, professionally, in addition to your church, you are in the courts. You work in the courts.
Yes, I'm a court officer for Honorable Judge Buchanan, Chief Judge in Lansing, Michigan at 54A District Court, and I've been there 5 years. And so I see a lot. So like you said, I see firsthand both sides of it. But even being there, and Lansing has an element as well with gun violence, but being from Jackson just had moved me to really do something down in our community down here.
Kathy, you've got a topic, A Mother's Cry. That's the title of the
program.
What's the focus? How are you involving mothers?
Okay, so Mother's Cry started out with Pastor David years ago. He wrote a song called Mother's Cry, and he sang it also. And so behind that is that there's so much violence out there, and especially with African American males right now at young ages. And there's nothing more heartbreaking than to see mothers that have lost their sons to gun violence, and the tears that come behind that, and the grieving, and it's never changing. As a mother myself, I have a daughter, and then we have 3 grandchildren. We have 2 grandsons. One is 12, and we have a 9-year-old, and then we have a granddaughter who just graduated from Jackson High, who is 18 now. And so it's more or less when either one of those 3 step out into the community, in which we shouldn't have to feel like once they go out that we're scared. But we have to alarm our children that when danger comes, what to do. And so A Mother's Cry is really, I think, is so fitting for this youth gun violence awareness program that we're going to be doing. It's heart-wrenching, to say the least, but we're avid workers that to get out in the community and to help, and we're going to continue to do that.
Yeah, it's awful. Every parent, we're just dumbfounded that our kids have to go through active shooter training.
Yes. Exactly.
Our grandson, all of them have been through active shooting training. My granddaughter, we kind of, to lighten the load a little bit, we kind of tease and laugh a little bit, but the reason why is because she weighs about 84 pounds, and she's probably about 5'1", and not even 5'1", about 5 feet maybe. And I would tell her, when you go through your training, I said, what takes place? And she explained it to me at Jackson High, and I said, now look, always remember, you're small enough, you can fit in a cupboard. Get in there and shut it, and stay quiet, And then we have a 9-year-old that goes to Sharp Park, and he says, well, Grandma, I know exactly what to do. And I'm one of the ones that if something happens and if they try to get in, to push the window open and go out, It's sad, but we have to do that. We have gun training even where I work, so.
So you're going to have mothers who have lost children to gun violence as part of this program?
Yes, sir. A couple years ago, there was a mother, I was working with her son in music, and he died tragically. There was a gun they were playing around, I believe, and the gun went off. And after that, it kind of sparked the song. And so I've dealt with mothers that they reached out to us a lot of times because they seen from the music we did, and it is gut wrenching to talk to these mothers and again not taking away from fathers, because fathers are involved as well. But we just want to be able to have a time of awareness and healing for them, to let them know that we're standing by them in the community. Because a lot of times after the news articles and the funerals are over, these moms go home and they're dealing with this pain. And how can we give support for them and even the children as well? Because kids are scared too. A lot of these kids we deal with, even in my court, they come in, these kids are scared. Even the kids that come in with gun charges, you see these kids from good families, and why are you carrying a gun? Because they're scared, because that's like the tradition now, is carry guns down with kids.
All right, so this sounds really serious. So is there
Yeah.
going to be any breather to that? Any music, any food, any entertainment?
Yes, so it's going to be at the C-Store Deli. Thank you to Demetrius King and
Yes.
that establishment. They're gonna they have food there. That's a restaurant, and he allowed us to come in. So they will be selling food separately. We'll have entertainment. We'll have Deontay Hall. He goes around the state of Michigan. He's a great guy. He does gospel rap, but he does a positive message with the young people. And the last time we had him in Albion, he reached a lot of people. So we definitely will have that. We'll have even people there as far as working to getting counselors there to even talk with some of the parents and people. So we have some things lined up for all the family to come.
Tell me about Judge Simmons.
Judge Simmons, she works there. I tell you, she is a great judge. I was talking to her today about the program. So she's going to come down and talk about the perspective that she deals with it, because she sees the other side. She sees the families that are hurt by the violence, and she also sees the defendants, those that commit the crime. So to give her perspective on it is going to be great, and wonderful person to work with.
So are you in her court too?
She works in our court. We have 4 judges, and Judge Simmons is one of the judges that works there. So yeah, we're all on the same floor, downtown Lansing City Hall. We all work together.
Is it Lansing or East Lansing?
Lansing.
Lansing.
Yep, we're
Okay.
literally like right across from the state capitol, across the street.
So you have city, inner city. What kinds of things do you see? Do you have experience? Are you seeing gun violence in your courts?
Oh yeah, we have a lot. It's to the point now where a lot of the focus, even with LPD, is trying to get these guns off the street. A lot of the cases I deal with, a lot of the exams we deal with, is guns. Carrying concealed, and when I say a lot of these kids have guns, and that's what's scary. And one of the things we always ask the question of and I'm not talking about just normal. I mean like AR-15s and assault rifles, and these are kids. They just had something I think about a month ago downtown. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. These were 15-year-olds to 20-year-olds in a shootout. So it's definitely something it's again, we don't want this to be a norm, but unfortunately it's becoming a norm with the guns and the kids.
The kids are coming on.
Yeah.
And you'll have people with maybe some solutions.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You do.
A lot of we looked at, there's a lot of programs that have done this, and we're not the first by any means. One of the reasons why we've done it is because I know, even I can own my personal life, I didn't experience some of the things these kids did. But it's our faith-based connection that helped us, and that's one of the things as we're doing it as a church community. We want to let the community know that a lot of people that come to our churches have kids that are dealing with certain things. So we always try to incorporate things in the community, and also our faith-based, to help these young people understand that anybody can change their life around, and you got to have strong people.
We have to get out there in the community too. You
Yeah.
can't be afraid. Like a lot of people talk about the inner city and the south side of Jackson, they're afraid to go in. But you have to. You really have to. If you want to reach people, you have to go into the community and speak and talk about it and talk to people.
Yeah.
All right, coming next Saturday, the 20th, and the C-Store Deli is
sir.
on MLK Drive
Yes.
in Jackson.
Yes, sir. And
Great.
we thank them again for letting us even come here. Thank
Yes.
you.
Great to see you guys again. Thanks for coming down.
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, Bart. We appreciate
We
it.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Pastor David and Kathy Wormsley putting on a youth gun violence awareness program on Saturday, July 20th, 1 p.m.
Yes.
That's it. We've run out of time. Thanks to David and Kathy, and I never